It is well known that chimpanzees and crows use tools to forage for food and solve tasks, but now parrots can be added to this list of industrious animals. Greater Vasa parrots have been spotted using small pebbles and date pits to grind calcium powder from shells or break small pieces off to eat. And researchers have discovered the birds even loan their tools to others. The parrots are found throughout Madagascar and the Comoros. They need calcium for eggshell production and for the healthy growth of the newborn chicks. Without getting an extra source of the mineral, the birds risk laying soft or shellless eggs, meaning their offspring will likely perish. While the parrots seek out calcium throughout the year, their desire for it peaks just ahead of the breeding season from mid-March to April. Upon discovering the unusual behavior, scientists from the University of York were surprised to discover that male birds take a keener interest in grinding or nipping off bits of shells than the females, who actually lay the eggs. But observations showed males often engaged in regurgitative feeding of females before copulating, potentially passing on the calcium benefits. Animals that use tools. Chimpanzees have emerged as sophisticated tool users, from cracking nuts with stones, fishing for termites with sticks and using moss to make sponges. In 2007, researchers also saw wild chimps in Senegal turn fishing sticks into spears to help them drive bush babies out of hollow trees. Earlier this year, a female gorilla in Rwanda was seen to use a stick to extract ants from their nest and lick them off to avoid being bitten. It was the first example of tool use in the apes in the wild. Capuchin monkeys were the first non-ape primate for which tool use was documented in the wild. They were seen cracking nuts with hammers and anvils and using sticks to dig up plants. In some cases they have also used sticks to drive prey out from inside rock crevices. Sea otters are one of the few non-primates to regularly use tools. The creatures float on their backs and use stones to crack open shellfish placed on their chests. Crows have been shown to have remarkable intelligence and have been witnessed using sticks to fish for insects and larvae hidden inside tree bark. In captivity, crows have also been shown to create other tools from pieces of wire. Much smarter than the average bird brain. Members of the crow family are known to be among the cleverest of birds, but scientists are finding that they may have intelligence that rivals most mammals and even young children. An experiment by the University of Cambridge showed that crows can perform tasks that 3- and 4-year-old children have difficulty with. Scientists said that, while having very different brain structures, both crows and primates use a combination of mental tools, including imagination and the anticipation of possible future events, to solve similar problems. Other experiments involving the same family of birds found that Caledonian crows can use up to 3 tools in sequence to obtain food. A study also found rooks can use stones to raise the level of water in a vessel in order to bring a floating worm into reach. Urban living carrion crows have been witnessed learning to use road traffic for cracking nuts. The problem-solving creature performed the series of tasks without seeing the fiendishly difficult setup of the course beforehand. The wild crow learned to use individual props during its 3 months of captivity but had to work out the order in which to use them to complete the challenge and get an inaccessible treat. The animal was later released. In another astonishing test set up by BBC Two, a crow called 007 completed an 8-stage puzzle in 2.5 minutes. It is one of the most complex tests of the animal mind ever devised.